What's happening, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Start Bench Cut. I'm Davey Deathray. He's
I'm
Matt Facci.
some guy. We'll
What's
get that right
happening,
one day.
everyone? Yeah, we'll figure it out. I think that went just fine, Matt. We'll get it all down here. Yeah, everyone, thank you so much for showing up to another stirring episode of Start Bench Cut. We're going to be tackling some back to school, end of summer kind of stuff. We've got some suggestions that you guys dropped last week after the episode, so we'll probably run through those here really quick. But how's everyone doing in the chat? How are you, Matt? You went to a wedding this weekend? That sounds exciting.
I did. It was my brother-in-law's wedding, so had that shenanigans going on. Rehearsal dinner and stuff Friday, wedding Saturday. We had a bunch of people staying at my house. So her brother from Florida was in. We had him and his wife and kids. So they left today. Yeah, it was a little busy weekend.
It was like Christmas vacation, but for a wedding. Like you're housing the whole family.
Yeah,
you're Clark Griswold in this situation, right?
Exactly. That's how it went down. Tried to have the best fun old-fashioned wedding we could have. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
It was good. It was good to have people here and get to see people we haven't seen in a while. So it was nice. How you been, buddy?
Hell yeah. I've been all right. The weekend was pretty chill, just taking care of chores and working on the channel and all that kind of fun stuff. We did get some preseason football. You got to finally see your guy out there with the Broncos, so that's got to be exciting.
I did. I was like a little kid on Christmas, my friend. At first it started off, I was like,
yeah,
I don't know, but then he kicked it up and played really, really good for about a quarter and a half. So yeah, I liked what I saw a lot from him.
Always good to see. Always good to see. My guy did okay, but very small sample size for Jaden Daniels there.
Yeah.
Hold on.
How small was it? Because I saw Drake May. I saw Caleb. I didn't see anything about Jaden Daniels at all.
Yeah, he was like, I think he just did one series, 2 for 3 for 45 yards, and he ran in a 3-yard touchdown. So I'm like, I'm satisfied. It's not much, but 2 for 3, 45 yards. Like, I'll take it. Okay.
That is good.
Not gonna complain about that.
Hell yeah.
And hey, we're talking football and we're not even losing people on the stream. It's amazing. But let's say what's up to everyone. We got Lamontre in the house. Denver Blitz Broncos podcast. Are those buddies of yours, Facci?
That's me.
That's you. Oh,
so yeah, I commented on my own post.
All right, well, there you go. And then we got Bubba Ho says, let's go. We got Vanderhoff. What's happening? He says, Bo looked good. Yeah, he sure did.
Yeah, he did.
We got Rosie in the chat. What's happening, Rosie? Great to see you. Zodiac Z, how you doing? Raymond Maliber, one of the channel members over here. What's happening, Raymond? How you doing? Some guy named FACCI'S Cinema. Not sure.
No clue.
We got Adrian James. How you doing, Adrian? Sounds like the internet's been giving Raymond trouble all day. Now Rosie and everyone else is talking about the I'm guessing cafeteria food here. All right. Excellent. Yeah. Played paper football. Man, I haven't played that in a while. That's a fun game.
Me either, dude.
There. How would you, when you kicked it, would you kick it like holding it like a pyramid, or did you hold it like on its side? Like kick it from the back on the side?
I want to say probably pyramid. I was not very good, but it was still...
Yeah, I always did the pyramid because I felt like I had more control, like better aim with the pyramid. But I know there's different schools of thought. So it would be amazing to ask Belichick about that. And then he just starts talking about like a punt returner or like a punter for 20 minutes instead. We got Blu-ray Attic in the house. What's happening, Blu-ray? Antonis Andriotis, what's happening? One of our channel members over here as well. How you doing, Antonis? Gory Tiger, oh yeah. Foz Rotten, the birthday boy himself. Foz's birthday was yesterday. If you haven't wished him a happy birthday, go ahead and do it. We got Brooke Scarlett in the house. Oh my, yeah. Love seeing her out and about. Boom, there it is. Ashton says you're canceled. I guess what, just for being a Broncos fan? I mean, come on.
Yep.
No big deal. Yeah, you guys are conference rivals, so it makes sense. It makes sense. What can you do? You know, we got Tyler Adams in the chat. What's happening, Tyler? We've got Happy Optimist. What's happening there? And I think are we all caught up? I got to give it the good Brett Man from Good Real Hunting. Like, make sure you say hi to everyone. Dynamite Tiger.
Dynamite.
Happening. Gavin, we got Mud Nelson here, another one of our great channel members, walking home from work. Hard to reply to everyone. Yeah, when you're out and about, it can be tough. It can be tough. We have Big Rod in the house. How you doing? And Courtney Reed gifted a FACCI'S cinema membership. Hell yeah,
buddy.
All right. Yeah. And you know what? We just unlocked that awesomeness over here at the Davey Deathray channel. So if you guys are over there on FACCI'S stream and you haven't subbed over here, or check I do over here, check it out. Same thing for anyone on my stream. If you're not FACCI, what are you doing? You got to get over there and sub. And I think we're all caught up here. Let's see here. Medley Man. Boom. Yeah, so he's got some hot takes, and Medley Man, we have one of your suggestions that we're going to take care of here shortly. And then, oh my gosh, what's happening? We got JP in the chat. My lone mod. All right, we're all caught up with the chat. That's always a whirlwind. I feel like that always, you know, it's going to take a bit, but we love it, you guys. We have 26 people here watching the stream right now. So yeah, start bench cut. If you're not familiar with it, it's kind of like first, second, and third place, right? It's sort of like fuck, marry, kill. It's just a nicer sounding version of that. And really, if you want to get involved, you can throw out your suggestions in the chat. We'll go ahead and take care of those. But for the most part here, we're going to be doing like back to school kind of vibe. I don't know what Matt's picked. He doesn't know what I've picked. We've kind of like talked about some general specifics, as Michael Scott says. But Matt, what do you say we tackle some of these from last time that were suggested after the stream? All right.
Yep. We'll knock those ones out.
Cool. So we've got start bench cut for Marvel trilogy, Guardians of the Galaxy, Deadpool, or the Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy. This one was submitted by Tyler Adams. Now, I haven't seen Deadpool and Wolverine yet.
Me either. And honestly, I haven't seen any of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. So.
None of them, huh? Oh, I don't think I've seen the third one. Oh,
I wasn't interested in them, to be honest.
Yeah,
but
I really liked the first one. I thought the second one was like, it was good. It didn't like knock my socks off. The first one like felt like a fun Star Wars movie. You know, that's what the first one reminded me of. Or something like Serenity. I don't know if you ever watched Serenity or Firefly, like that kind of vibe.
Robert.
Oh, we got Robert the Wolfman.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Ow, ow. How you doing, Robert? What's crapping in? Yeah. So, gosh, I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say Sam Raimi Spider-Man, Deadpool, and then Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm only putting Deadpool in that second spot because I haven't seen the third one. So, you know, who knows if I'd like it more. But Sam Raimi's style's great, and Spider-Man 2 is still one of my favorite comic book movies of all time.
I'm gonna flip-flop the first two. I know I haven't seen Deadpool and Wolverine, but I love the first two Deadpool movies so much.
Yeah, they're really good.
Deadpool, start, bench Spider-Man, and cut Guardians of the Galaxy, obviously, because I haven't seen them. So
yeah. All right.
I mean, it probably, honestly, even if I did see them, it'd probably still be getting cut because Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy is pretty damn good. So
yeah. I mean, the third one certainly has its issues, but I think the first two are pretty solid. Happy Optimist says, let's see here. Start Raimi, bench Deadpool, cut Guardians. Oh, right there. Yeah. Rosie says, I need Serenity. Yeah. So that must be a lyric from a song that I don't know because I'm such a dummy. Jamie says, start Spider-Man, bench Deadpool, cut Guardians. Okay.
Cut Guardians.
All right. Dynamite Tiger recommends Deadpool and Wolverine. Blu-ray says start Sam Raimi. Okay, so wow, everyone is just falling in line. I'm surprised.
Another one.
I'm surprised because I think that Deadpool, I mean, I totally see what you're saying. I love the first two, but without knowing what the third one's like, I'm like,
oh, okay, there's a cut
there
Deadpool one.
A little bit of a mix-up. All right, okay, I dig it. Start Deadpool, bench Guardians, cuts. Okay, there we go. Oh, and Rosie says it was a Godsmack song. All right, well, I appreciate you letting me know. I know of Godsmack, but I never listened to Godsmack. I don't know what I was listening to then. Ashton says this hurts. Start Spider-Man, bench, and cut. So bench Deadpool, I'm guessing, cut Guardians. All right. And then for our next one here, we've got Space Odysseys. This was submitted by Medley Man. Star Wars, Dune, and Star Trek. You a fan of any of these properties? You're smiling. Well, this is like asking you about video games. You're like,
yes, it is. I've seen Star Wars, so that's definitely going to go ahead and get started. So start Star Wars, and then I got to guess between the other two. I'm going to say,
have you seen any of the Star Trek movies or anything like that?
No.
Any of the TV shows?
No.
Okay.
Not my stuff at all.
Not mine, but I've managed to see a handful of them, you know?
I mean, I know what it is, obviously, but in Dune, I've never seen, and I really didn't know anything about it until the two movies that came out. So start Star Wars, bench Star Trek, and cut Dune.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing right there because I've only seen a handful of the Star Trek movies and some episodes here and there. I've not seen any of the Dune, and I mean any of the Dune. None of the original or the wasn't there a film version, and then there was like a BBC mini series. I haven't seen any of them or the new ones. The new ones look beautiful. I'm not against seeing them. I just haven't.
Got a nice popcorn bucket.
Yeah. Happy Optimist says, dang, no Stargate. Well, you're gonna have to take it up with Medley, man. That's the thing, is you have to pick 3, you know, so you can't have them all in there. Blu-ray Addict says start Star Wars. I've never seen Dune or Star Trek.
See?
There we go, right with Facci. Yep, Star Wars, start Star Wars, bench Star Trek, and cut Dune. All right.
Let's go.
Foz says I started a Star Trek punk band for real. Yeah, he sure did. Star Wars, Star Trek, Dune. All right, so everyone's sort of in that same boat. There we go. Sorry, David Lynch, says Jamie. Jamie, how many of the Star Trek movies have you seen in the theater? I'd imagine you've seen like all the Star Wars.
The famous topic to come up. What Jamie saw in theaters.
It has to every single time. There may be some horror.
Maybe.
And you know, Dave, you can put some in if you want to do horror. You can throw some in the chat. Well, it doesn't have to be within that. Like your guys' suggestions don't have to fall within our topics. Yeah. Raymond says start Star Wars, bench Star Trek, cut Dune. All right. Cole Monroe Chitty, what's happening, Cole? Great to see my buddy Cole. Kids Club movies, The Sandlot, Monster Squad, and Stand By Me. That's a really good start bench cut right there. That's a good one.
I'm gonna fuck. The Sandlot is fantastic. I just rewatched it the other day.
It's been a while for me. It has been a while.
Start Monster Squad, bench The Sandlot, cut Stand By Me.
All right. I think I'm gonna flip the second two, but yeah, start Monster Squad. I fucking love Monster Squad.
Hell yeah.
Then I'll go Stand By Me and The Sandlot, only because it's been so long since I've seen The Sandlot. I gotta check it out again for sure.
What's up, Mel from My Killer Podcast? How are you?
Yeah, how you doing, Mel? Great to see you. Thanks for hanging out. And going back to that last one, Medley Man for his own answer would do Dune, Star Wars, and Star Trek. The new Dune's better than both. Both of them are better than the best Star Wars.
Wow.
That's hardcore.
That is
hardcore. Very hot take. Everyone's saying what's up to each other. Hell yeah, love to see it. Zodiac says start Stand By Me, bench Sandlot, cut Monster Squad. Oh, my heart.
It's broke.
Hurt, Zodiac, I'm hurt. I don't know about you, Matt, but I used to rent the Monster Squad at least once a year as a kid.
I rented it at least once a week when I was like 5 and 6. My mom would get it for me. So yeah, love it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that one was a big one for me for sure. All right. Watchmen, 300, and Justice League. Oh, so a few Zack Snyder movies. Well, if we're doing the Snyder cut, I'll do Justice League. And then I'll do Watchmen and then 300.
I've only seen the Justice League, so.
Oh, okay.
I know what they are, but I've never seen the other ones.
I thought the Watchmen was like pretty good for what it was. It was like comic booky and stylized and everything, so that's pretty cool. 300 probably, like if I went back to it, it would probably just be like so cheesy now, like such a product of its time with like all the CG abs that they put on those guys and everything. It's like so manly that somehow it's just like kind of silly again,
Yeah.
you know? Gavin would start the Sandlot bench, Stand By Me, cut Monster Squad. Oof.
Killing
me. Yeah, they're killing me, Smalls, with their cutting Monster Squad.
Haters.
I didn't expect to be offended here. No, I'm just joking. Start Stand By Me, bench Monster Squad, cut Sandlot. All right. Brookwood, start the Sandlot, bench Monster Squad, cut Stand By Me. All right. Yeah. And let's see what we got coming up next. Everyone, say what's up to Cole. Did you guys catch Cole's interview on Late Night with the Davey? If you didn't, you can watch it on the channel. You can even just watch the interview by itself. That's a little plug for my own damn show. How about that? How about that? And then the last one that we got suggested from last time, Matt, 90s teen slashers.
I love it.
This one was submitted by Trisha McMasters. And I would imagine she's just talking about the singular movies. So just Scream 1996, I Know What You Did Last Summer, and H2O, start, bench, cut. What are we doing?
We're starting Scream. That's just,
yeah.
This is the only answer there is. So if you say anything else, you're wrong.
Especially if you're talking to Gavin, because according to Gavin, it's the best of all time.
It's good. Starting Scream, benching H2O because I'm a sucker for H2O, and cutting I Know What You Did Last Summer because upon rewatch the other week on the channel, it was pretty boring. So I'm gonna have to cut that.
And I think I'm right there with you on this one, even though there are some negative things to say about H2O for sure. I do think I enjoy it more because I love Michael so much that, I'm going to give it the edge. If I Know What You Did Last Summer went a little bit harder, I think maybe it would be in the running, but it's pretty damn tame.
Yeah. I don't know why we're getting a requel to it, but we'll go see it, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about the requels now, though, is it's like now it's just fashionable, and you know that you can make even if it's just the one-off and they never touch it again, it's going to generate enough buzz and I mean, they did it with that Texas Chainsaw movie on Netflix that's 84 minutes long. It's barely the length of a movie. But it's something crazy like that, right? Where it's they couldn't even get it to 90 minutes. They were limping on the way to the finish line.
I don't like that one either. But
yeah, and it's not it wasn't terrible, but it also was we didn't need this, right?
No.
So whoa, Happy Optimist says H2O Scream, and I Know What You Did Last Summer. Yeah,
I respect it.
Yeah, you and Barry from Wolfman's Got Nards would probably be in agreement on that one.
Starts. Okay. Uh-oh. Can you hear me? I cannot hear you. If you can hear me, I don't think anything happened to my stuff. I'm still connected. Davey is muted. Okay. I was making sure you guys could still hear me. Oh, he's going to read it in the chat, so he should be able to. Nobody can. No! Now it's just me. Still muted. Still muted. Davey, what did you do? He's gone again. I'm back again. Welcome to Start Bench Cut, everybody, where I'm going to start every movie you guys hate on purpose. Just kidding. Davey will be back. Here's a couple messages from our sponsor of the evening. I don't know who it is, but we can pretend we have one. We are not that popular. Here he is again.
Oh my gosh. Can you hear me yet? Can you hear me? For reals, or are you messing with me?
I'm fucking with you. It's all good.
I don't know what happened. You know what I think it is? We're still dealing with tremendous heat out here in the West Valley of Phoenix. because
Not
everything
here.
seems to be fine, but my computer screen went black for a second.
It-
But
You're good.
thanks for
It's
carrying the
it's full
weight there.
here.
I can't wait to watch it back, you know.
Yep, you're good.
All
You're
right.
back now. So
Okay, cool.
perfect.
And I guess you may be all kind of caught up. I don't know how much you got through everything here. But Medley Man says, Scream, I know what you did last summer, and then H2O. All right. Start Scream, bench
There you go,
H2O,
bro.
cut. I know what you did last summer.
Let's
Yep.
go.
Boom, there it is. And Medley Man says H2O is the worst Scream movie. I don't know. Well, maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
I like it because of that. So
yeah, I mean, Scream 5 and 6 are just so like whatever to me. Like I barely remember anything about them because they're just
Scream 5 and 6.
yeah. I just like
I love
don't
them
know.
both.
I think they're fine, but like within the confines of that franchise, I think they're easily the weakest of the whole bunch. Yeah.
I got them top.
Yeah, they just never really, I don't know what it is. Radio silence doesn't, it's the radio silence thing that I can't crack that code, Matt.
All the
But
movies are the same though.
like Abigail, I was just like, about that too. Like
My
I thought
favorite.
it was fine. Yeah. I didn't hate it. Big Rod says start Scream, bench H2O cut. All right.
Good
So everyone's going. And everyone can't hear Davey. No, I'm just
Oh, the chat is being nice.
you guys are great though. Everyone stuck around. What did you get into? Did you start your own start bench cut, or were you just
I was just giving some ads. We are sponsored by nobody, but that's okay.
Yeah. We're sponsored by the next episode of Start Bench Cut.
Big Rod liked it, so
yeah,
I appreciate it.
So yeah, we can jump into some of our back to school topics here now that we're all caught up there. Do you want to go first, Matt?
Back to school, baby. Let's do this. We might have some of the same kind of subjects, but I mean, it's expected.
Maybe.
It's back to school, so it's all good. We're gonna start off. You gave me the idea because I didn't even think about this when we talked earlier about TV specials and movies that involve high schools and schools and whatnot. So we're gonna start. We're gonna go with start bench cut, The Faculty, Cherry Falls, and the original Prom Night. I know, kind of all over the place, but they're movies that take place in high school. So
there we go. Boom. There it is. The Faculty, Cherry Falls, and Prom Night. You know, I've not seen Cherry Falls. I don't even know. Like maybe I've heard a couple people mention it. When did it come out?
Early 2000s. I know it has Brittany Murphy. She's the lead in that movie. And then that's the opposite of the cliche that most of the time is you don't have sex and you live. This one is you got to have sex or you die. So it's kind of flip on that little trope.
Gotcha.
I think it might have been made for TV because that's definitely the vibe that it had.
Oh,
sure.
Really?
But the killer was unique. It was like a whodunit, kept you guessing. It was pretty decent little early 2000 slasher.
Yeah, I gotta check it out. I gotta check it out for sure. I mean, I guess I would go. I would start The Faculty, bench Prom Night, and cut Cherry Falls just because I haven't seen Cherry Falls.
I would start The Faculty, obviously, because it's fantastic. It's one of the best movies from the late 90s, 100%, horror-wise anyway. Bench, Cherry Falls, cut Prom Night. I'm not the biggest Prom Night fan. It's that or the remake, by the way, even though the remake is totally different. But
I've never seen that remake. I heard it's absolute trash.
There's fans. They're fans of it, but it's not even like the same idea at all. So
okay.
But Prom Night, little early 80s slasher, the beginning of the slasher craze. It's fine.
I think I've only seen that one maybe like once or twice, but it's got that whole kind of like whodunit by numbers. There's nothing like exceptional about Prom Night, but it's good fun.
Creepy phone calls is about the best part, I'd say, and then the end scene at the dance. Other than that, no.
Isn't there a guy that has like a totally pimped out van too? I think I remember liking that. I love a good pimped out van in a horror movie, like Demons in Friday the 13th Part 5. It's such a great van. And then even the the Stoners in Part 3 with the Stoners and and everyone else.
I'm
We got Jamie. Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna give you a shout out to one of your movies, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, with the
Yeah, that's
carpet
got
on
a
the
nice.
walls, the Wolfman.
Yep.
There you
Yeah,
go.
absolutely. Well, I'm hitting stuff over here. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that movie. Can't wait to talk about it this month. That's going to be awesome. And Jamie says, start the faculty bench Cherry Falls cut prom night. Right there with you, Matt. Right there with you. Faculty prom night Cherry Falls.
Cherry. Okay.
Hell yeah. Faculty Cherry Falls and never
seen
seen the OG. Yeah, I think it's worth seeing if you're a fan of horror. Like,
you got Jamie Lee.
You know, yeah, and it's not gonna. I can't imagine it's longer than 90 minutes, so it's not going to be asking too much of you. Maybe 88 minutes.
Yeah.
Rosie says start faculty bench prom night cut Cherry Falls. Brooke says start faculty bench prom night cut Cherry Falls.
Another cutter.
Mm-hmm. Start faculty. Haven't seen the others.
Good
well,
enough.
we should know what you would start.
The best one.
Yeah, Big Rod says start the faculty bench prom night and cut Cherry Falls because I haven't seen it. Right there with me. Yeah. Hey, well, speaking of horror legacy sequels, should they make a faculty legacy sequel now that Josh Hartnett's back and doing it? Like, should we go ahead and get that going?
Yeah, because technically all the people that were the aliens got transferred back into regular humans at the end of it because they killed the queen. So they could bring back all those characters and they could be back in this movie. So I'd be down.
Just saying, go ahead and bring Rodriguez back and let him turn it into something like totally outlandish, like his own kind of thing. It can even like be like the requel, like the reboot kind of thing, where it just, Hartnett's just in the first one, maybe he hands it off after that.
Yeah, I could see that. I'd be down.
Hell yeah. Zodiac would start the faculty bench Cherry Blossom or Cherry Falls. I want to Cherry Blossoms from Halloween Ends. Cut prom night. Will Patton and his
Cherry Blossoms. Talk about it at the end of the movie too. It's nice.
I'm learning Japanese. I feel like I got a second life.
That's a very nice. That's a very nice shirt.
Jamie says Cherry Falls is worth watching at Halloween time. Hell yeah. All right. I'm always looking for new stuff to throw into the rotation. I watched a new one last night. We watched Demons in here. Matt, I don't know if you've ever seen Demons. That was wild. That was my first time. Totally wacky. Really fun.
I like the movie theater setting. It's nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's I can't wait to watch it again and to be able to pay complete attention to all the wackiness. Raymond would start faculty bench Cherry Falls cut prom night. All right.
Popular opinion.
And Medley Man's talking about Scream. All right.
Scream.
Ashton, your mortal NFL enemy, says start faculty bench Cherry Falls cut prom night. All right.
We're on the same page.
Yeah. Michael Bean, who plays Kyle in The Terminator, is also in Cherry Falls. Yeah, and he's what is he? One of the parents?
Cop. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I wondered why he looked familiar. Now I know why. That makes
Michael. He was always so good. Everything he's in, he's so good. You just wonder why this guy didn't blow up and be a complete star. Because I've never seen him be bad at anything, especially I absolutely adore the first Terminator movie. It's my favorite in the franchise, easy. And I think his performance is one of the things that grounds that movie, more than the other ones are grounded. All right, catching up with everyone. Looks like everyone's said their 2 cents. Just want to make sure we're not missing anyone. We got Nicholas McMath in the chat. Only seen the faculty, haven't seen the other 2. No worries. Now you've got a couple to check out. Gavin says start faculty bench Cherry and bench prom night. All right. Well, I'm guessing you mean cut prom night. By the way, now that we have Gavin's chat up here, I just received this cool little 3D Jaws poster from Gavin today.
Dude, that's awesome.
So it's like this box that it even has the chick swimming there. So it's cool. I know all you guys can see are reflections for the most part, but yeah, super sweet. Thank you so much, Gavin. I did not expect to be getting mail, having people send me stuff. And here we are. People are sending me stuff. It's amazing. The community, the community is great. The amount of love that you guys give is it's amazing. And everyone's saying what's up to Nicholas. Still talking about Scream. Why not? Tyler says, shout out to class of 99. Lane Staley singing Another Brick in the Wall for the faculty. Yeah, on the soundtrack. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, that movie has a ripping soundtrack.
Yeah, it does. All them late 90s movies do.
And it was sort of like, I don't know if you remember it this way, Matt. I know you're probably just a few years younger than me, right?
Yeah, I'm 36.
Oh, okay. So I saw it like opening weekend, and it was sort of like the resurgence of Elijah Wood. Like it was the first movie he had done as like, oh, he's not a little kid anymore. Because every other movie he was just so much, just a child actor. So it was kind of like, all right, so here we go with Elijah Wood,
He was good.
Stepping it up.
Everybody was.
Oh yeah, he's great. He's great. Solid cast. I loved good, Robert Patrick, speaking of Terminator, another Terminator alumni.
Good gym teacher.
Yeah. Who's the better gym teacher? Robert Patrick in The Faculty or the guy from Freddy's Revenge?
Robert Patrick. 100%.
Yeah, Robert Patrick's great.
He's the man.
Jon Stewart's in that movie before he was like really
big time.
He hadn't broke with the Daily Show. He was just like the MTV guy, like at that time.
Brewster. I mean, fucking good lineup.
Salma Hayek, right?
Yeah. Famke Janssen's in that movie.
Oh yeah, she is
loaded.
She was everywhere. There was like a 5-year period there where she was just all over the place. Boom. Yeah. Now I've got the first one we'll kick it off with is a suggestion from one of our subs here, and it is school related. So let's just go into that one. We've got back to school sitcoms, Saved by the Bell, Boy Meets World, and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This one was submitted by Big Rod.
That's a tough one, buddy.
Yeah. And I like that it's sort of there's a good mix here. There's like the TGI Friday Boy Meets World kind of vibe, the Aaron Spelling Saved by the Bell, and then just like the whimsical, horror tinged Buffy the Vampire Slayer from our guy Joss Whedon.
Oh man. You go first on this one.
I have to start Buffy the Vampire Slayer because it's one of my favorite shows of all time. Not every episode is great. Not every season is like super solid. But the episodes that are good are really, really damn good. And then this one, I don't know. I think I'll bench Saved by the Bell and I'll cut Boy Meets World. I know I was like a little bit older when Boy Meets World came on, so I probably only saw the first couple seasons. And Saved by the Bell was one of those shows like every summer when I was little, it would be rerunning on TBS and I would catch like an episode or two like every day. It rained all the time in Alaska. So I spent a lot of the summer inside watching baseball and Saved by the Bell and Scooby-Doo.
I'm going to go. I got to start Boy Meets World. I have to.
All right.
I rewatched that show multiple times to go through every episode, every season.
Oh, sweet.
Absolutely love it. Bench Saved by the Bell. Watch that every morning before I went to school. Probably elementary through probably high school. Yes, the beginning seasons of Saved by the Bell were terrible, in my opinion. I think it was only one though.
There's one that's a little awkward. Like Slater's not there yet,
Mrs.
and I think
Bliss.
and I think it's like Lisa, Screech, and Zach are the only ones that carry over, other than Belding. Yeah,
that one wasn't good. So, other than that show's amazing. And honestly, I know what Buffy the Vampire Slayer is, but I've never watched any of the episodes, so I'm gonna cut that.
Yeah, Buffy is like a pretty easy watch for a show where the episodes are like 40 minutes long because the Joss Whedon writing, especially then, was like really quippy and like really quick. Like the characters all have tons of personality. Buffy is like incredibly charming, and like everyone is charming, but in their own way. It's pretty interesting. I would recommend checking it out if you haven't watched it. I know there's a lot to get through.
I watched the movie.
I think the movie's really fun too.
The movie's fantastic. Christy Swanson.
Yep. Good shit. Blu-ray Addict never watched any of these shows. All right. And Rosie says skip. Zodiac hasn't seen him either. All right.
Damn.
None of these shows. I thought that watching Saved by the Bell was something that was like almost like a Clockwork Orange, where they like strap you to a chair and they like hold your eyes open. Like everyone is required as an American citizen. You have to watch Saved by the Bell.
Wow.
Brooke Scarlett says, start Saved by the Bell, bench Boy Meets World, and cut Buffy. Jamie would start Saved by the Bell, bench Buffy, and cut Boy Meets World. All right, so we got a good variety so far. Start Buffy, bench Bell, cut Boy. All right.
Saved by the Bell is not going anywhere.
We'll save that one for later. Yeah. Buffy, Saved by the Bell, Boy Meets World. And Robert the Wolfman would start Buffy, bench Boy Meets World, and cut Saved by the Bell.
That's the first one for cut Saved by the Bell, I think.
Yeah, that's fair, you know? I mean, real quick, we have to mention, like, in Boy Meets World, I mean, at one point, Topanga's chest just pops off. I mean, it's undeniable, right?
Yes, sir.
Tyler says start Buffy, bench Boy, and cut Bell. Yeah. Yep.
Damn.
And we got Happy Optimist doing his raggy. All right, Medley Man's got a suggestion for shows I would love. I'm saving that for another time. Start Boy Meets World, bench Buffy, and cut Saved by the Bell. Yeah.
Damn, Saved by the Bell.
Nicholas loved Saved by the Bell growing up, and Boy Meets World is also good, but didn't grow up with it. Yeah, you know, it's how many seasons did Boy Meets World run on?
I want to say 6 or 7. I want to say.
Okay.
Then they had that cool burrito episode.
Which episode?
It was with Jennifer Love Hewitt was in it, and it was like a slasher episode, and there was a killer with a mask on and shit. It was a good one. That was a good one.
That sounds good.
It's like a Halloween special type of deal.
Perfect. And then, did you see the follow up? Like, what is it? Boy Meets Girl or Girl Meets World?
Girl Meets World. Yes, I watched both seasons.
How was it?
They tried to make it the same, but the only good stuff really was whenever Corey and Topanga was in it, and then they had some, Sean would come back for occasional episode, and Mr. Feeney, but other than that, no.
That's like when they did that 90s show on Netflix. Kate and I watched that first season, and we were sort of like, oh, I like it when all the old actors are here.
Yeah.
Like, I like Red and Kitty, and then when the others pop in, like, that's kind of fun, but I'm just sort of like, I don't know what's really gripping me about these new characters. They don't seem like very well defined. Like, they picked diverse looking people, but I'm just like, all the characters are kind of acting the same. Mm-hmm. It's all in the writing, folks. Oh, but I can't skip this one. Big Rod says start Boy Meets World, bench Saved by the Bell, and cut. Well, he says bench, but I'm going to say cut Buffy the Vampire Slayer because you can't bench 2 of them.
Loves
them all. Yeah. I just started Buffy the Vampire Slayer, says Gory. Yeah, I hope you dig it. The first few seasons are pretty banger seasons. That first season's pretty awesome. Jamie says John Hughes movies. Oh, maybe one of those or more of those would get a mention later on, Jamie. So we'll save that for later here. Nicholas says, Davey, you make me want to watch Buffy. You should watch it. Robert says Xander was useless. He should have gotten eaten by Oz. Yeah, he's well, I was going to say something that I don't want to spoil it for anyone that hasn't watched the whole series run, but I was going to dig on Xander there for a minute. All right, we got Shitty Pickle Sergeant. Shitty Pickle, how you doing, Sergeant? Great to see you. And Screech kept Rosie away from Saved by the Bell. Yeah, it's probably different for the little boys. Screech is like, oh my gosh, what a fun nerd, Yeah. So it's probably a lot different. And yeah, I mean, RIP for sure. No one wants the guy to like pass away in real life, but I get what you're saying about the character. I always thought Mr. Belding was kind of a creep.
He was.
Oh my gosh, this is a really good one. I guess maybe we can just do this one next really quick since it has to do with school here. Ridiculous premise school movies. That's a wacky premise. Encino Man, just one. Have you seen all these, Matt?
I want to say yes. But Teen Wolf's getting started regardless, so it doesn't really matter what the other 2 movies are.
That is pretty ridiculous. I mean, Encino Man has got to be the most ridiculous, though. Like, putting like hair dryers on a block of ice, that you find while you're digging a pool, and then the caveman just wakes up and he's like totally fine. Like he's like completely preserved. Not only completely preserved, but like alive.
Functional, ready to go.
Just one of the guys is not so ridiculous because this day and age, that kind of thing sort of happens. So I would say I'll start Encino Man. I'll cut or I'll bench Teen Wolf, and I'll cut just one of the guys.
I start Teen Wolf, bench Encino Man, cut just one of the guys. Teen Wolf's my jam.
Start Teen Wolf. There we go. Tyler's right with you. Didn't care for that 90s show. Yeah, not very great. Not very great. We've got Ryan Olashow in the chat. What's happening, Ryan? Great to see ya. Start Encino Man, bench just one of the guys. Cut Teen Wolf.
How dare
Encino, guys, Wolf. All right.
Why?
Start Encino Man, bench just one. Yeah, why you got to be cutting the Wolf?
You guys not seen it?
It's great. I mean, there are many ways to get good at basketball. But I think the thing that movie teaches us is just be a werewolf. You'll be way more athletic,
Kill everyone.
And then, you can end up, then you turn into Jason Bateman and you're a boxer in the next movie. Although I guess that's just supposed to be his cousin or something, right? All right. Do you got another round ready to go?
We'll go. I'm gonna go sitcoms as well. These were always on after school, so they don't take place in the school. Well, maybe. All right, here we go. Yeah. Start, bench, cut. Home Improvement, which I absolutely love. And I'm throwing in Boy Meets World again. I know, but it was part of the deal. And then Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I'm going to throw those in because they're always on after school, around that time, early evening, So that's what I'm going to go with right there, my friends.
That's a good one. Yeah.
All different diversities in these shows. So there's a little bit for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, Fresh Prince is really good. And I was thinking about that when I was writing these out. I was like, man, because they go to that private school, right? There's a lot of those scenes like in the school. I remember that being a big part of that show. It's been a while since I've revisited Fresh Prince, but I did watch it when it was current.
Me too.
I mean, because Fresh Prince has so much more in the school than Home Improvement. I love Home Improvement. Tim Allen cracks me up. I'm going to give Fresh Prince the edge here. I'm going to start Fresh Prince. I'm going to bench Home Improvement, and I'm going to cut Boy Meets World. I'm sorry, Matt.
No, you're good. I think I might have to do that myself. I'm going to start Home Improvement. I don't know what it is about it, but I absolutely love it. Tim Allen's great.
Yeah.
I always loved that show. Watched it with my parents, so that's probably why it's probably higher on the list for me. Yeah. I'm gonna bench Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and cut Boy Meets World. I know I love Boy Meets World a lot, but I probably watched Fresh Prince of Bel-Air a hell of a lot more growing up.
Yeah, I know that I did for sure. Like he had that whole thing with like his jacket where you'd like wear it inside out because it was all like splashy on the inside or whatever.
Like, really high. Yeah.
Yeah. And it seems like, I don't know if these shows all use the same sets, but that classroom that they have looks like the same one from Boy Meets World, like the same one that Mr. Feeney had. Like that, like they just, push it on over to the new show. Brooke Scarlett says, start Home Improvement, bench Boy Meets World, cut Prince. All right. Tyler says, start Home Improvement, bench Fresh. Okay, there we go. Right with you, Matt. Blu-ray's never seen these shows either. Start Home Improvement.
That's it.
Yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with starting either Home Improvement or Fresh Prince. Kate and I went through Home Improvement recently and really enjoyed it. And then we jumped on over to Last Man Standing, which has some good episodes. I mean, it's got some good stuff going on. I don't like it as much as Home Improvement. Mm-hmm. There we go. Raymond, start Home Improvement, bench Fresh Prince. Everyone's on Team FACCI'S right now. Maybe we should do that from now on, Matt. Maybe we should have, guys, let us know in the chat, or if you're watching this after the fact, should we do a counter that's like however many people totally line up with you, we count and we like have a score every episode. We have like a season of start, bench, cut and see
that's it.
Who the winner is at the end of the season.
That's a good idea. So you're saying this is the preseason then, my friend?
This is the
It doesn't count.
Don't get too ahead of yourself here, Bo Nix. It ain't the real people
Whoa.
out there playing yet. You know what I mean? Out there, that's just guys that are going to be UPS drivers in a couple weeks, right?
That's a good idea. I like that.
We'll keep score. We'll keep score next time.
Another.
Robert the Wolfman, start. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, all right. Everyone is on team home improvement here. There we go. Jamie, thank you. Jamie. Yeah, Jamie, I side chatted her. I was like, I'm going to take away your mod. You better friggin' side with me, man.
Beat it.
I like to use whatever power I have to make people send me stuff. And, you know, I threaten to take away their mod powers. Rosie says, Brooke, careful not to get slapped by Will. Yeah, jeez.
He will.
I must have missed that. Did she say a little something up here? Just in general, just putting him down there. Yeah, he will run up and slap you even if you're on stage and on national television. Serious stuff. Yeah. Ashton would start Boy Meets World, bench Fresh Prince, and cut Home Improvement. Oh, that's cold. Okay. That's cold. School? How about sports themed school movies? Coach Carter, 17 again, Shooting Stars, the LeBron James story. I haven't seen any of those, unfortunately.
17 again.
Is that the one with Zac Efron? 17 again?
I think. I've never seen that. I've only seen Coach Carter, and I think I saw it once. I don't remember much about it.
That's Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah. Ryan Oleshout says Roseanne, Seinfeld. Those are two great shows. Tries to put Will in a corner. Nicholas has seen Boy Meets World and Home Improvement. Never seen Fresh Prince. It's a good show. You should check it out.
Really good.
We got Christian from Planet CHH in the chat. What's happening? Not a ranking I planned on seeing today. Yeah, that's what you're gonna get over here on Start Bench Cut. And yeah, hey Christian, if you want to be a guest sometime, we can rope you into one of these crazy little episodes. Yeah. Oh, Ashton, I'll put him in a Blair Witch corner. All right, let's scooch on back over to, let's see here. I've got a back to school 90s movies.
Okay.
I know we're movie heavy. Should I mix it up? Let's just stick. We're riding a good wave here. Let's keep it up. Back to school 90s movies. We've got 10 Things I Hate About You, She's All That, and Encino Man making a return. How about that?
Well,
I love Encino Man.
I don't want to say this, but I've never seen 10 Things I Hate About You.
Oh.
So
interesting.
I'm gonna start She's All That. I mean, it got Freddie Prince, so I'm gonna go there. Bench Encino Man, cut 10 Things I Hate About You, just because I haven't seen it.
Yeah, this is a tough one, and I made it tough on purpose because I really enjoy all of these movies. 10 Things I Hate About You is just such a great telling of, Taming of the Shrew, such a modernized version of it that it doesn't really even come across that way. It just seems like an original idea. But I think I've got to give She's All That the edge because Rachel Lee Cook is in it, and that's about that. And Matthew Lillard is in this film, right? Yeah, he plays the wild, real world character, the guy from the Real World or whatever. That's what you dated somebody in the school or something like that. I'm trying to, and of course Paul Walker, R.I.P. Good. One of the better Paul Walker performances, I think. He just naturally plays that asshole character so well. I love him in that movie. So I'll go. I'm gonna start She's All That. I'm gonna bench 10 Things, and I'm gonna cut Encino Man. But who knows? If I watch Encino Man again, it's been a while, I may change my mind because I'm on a bit of a Brendan Fraser kick right now. What do you guys think in the chat? Let's see here. Oh, Aaron's just making a suggestion. Okay, I'm going to save that one for later. Ryan's throwing out other great sitcoms from that area. Wow, Dave, drunk with power. Yes, I certainly am drunk with power.
Insane.
And I'm way behind on the chat. All right.
We gotta cancel
Robert would cut LeBron. I love that you just put cut LeBron. I've just never seen 17 again, Nicholas. I've just never seen it. Yeah. Billy Madison. That's a great back to school movie. Yeah. Back to school. Back to school.
To prove to dad that I'm not a fool.
Got my lunch packed up and my boots tied tight. I hope I don't get in a fight. Oh,
good movie.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Big Rod says replace Encino Man with Mean Girls. Oh yeah, we could do that. We could. I think Mean Girls, but I think Mean Girls was 2000s. I don't think it was 90s.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
Blu-ray would start 10 things, bench Encino Man, and cut She's All That. All right. I love Zodiac's just start Varsity Blues, bench, remember the Titans, and cut Friday Night Lights. I love it. You're just creating your own. You're over. Did somebody throw that out there and I just missed it?
I think. Yep. Brooke.
Yeah. Okay.
Good one, Brooke.
I did miss that. Somebody must have put that out there. And Cole put out another one. Badass teachers. Ooh. The Substitute, Lean on Me, and The Principal. That's how I'm doing it. Start The Substitute, bench Lean on Me, cut The Principal. I love Lean on Me though.
I only know.
I want to cry as a kid.
I only know what The Substitute is. So start that one, and that's it.
The good old with Tom Berenger, I think, was in that one.
That's the only one I know.
Jamie would start She's All That, bench Encino Man, and cut 10 things.
Got
no fair, Davey. Start 10 things, and then Encino Man, She's All That. Did anyone see the reboot of She's All That? That's like He's All That, and I think Rachel Lee Cook is like the mom in it.
I did not.
I did not see it either. I think Rachel Lee Cook also produced it. One of those like Hallmark or straight to Netflix.
Oh.
I think Addison Rae. It was like her first movie before she was in Thanksgiving.
That makes sense.
I didn't even know who Addison Rae was until I watched Thanksgiving, and somebody was like, "Oh, she's like some TikTok girl," and I was like, "Oh, what?
No, I don't care.
I'm old ass." Elections, another good. I think that's a good late 90s. A little bit of a dirty comedy there. And Mean Girls, Freaky Friday, Wild Child. We're getting all sorts of fun stuff out here. Ashton says, start She's All That, bench Encino Man, cut 10 things. All right, yeah. Okay. Brooke says, start 10 things, bench She's All That, cut Encino Man. So there we go. I'm keeping track of the points for Davey there. Raymond says 10 things gets the edge for me solely for Heath Ledger and Julia Stiles. They are really good. I mean, the ensemble cast in 10 Things I Hate About You is excellent. There's not a bad performance or anything like that. Like everyone's really memorable and great. And yeah, Heath and Julia are very charming. Good couple. Start bench cut Heathers, Jawbreaker, and Mean Girls. Ooh, that's a good one. I think I would do them in that order, Jamie. I would start Heathers, I would bench Jawbreaker, which is really fun, and I would cut Mean Girls.
I don't know what Heathers is. I've seen the movie and the posters, but I don't know what it is. So
it's like a dark teen comedy.
I'm gonna start Jawbreaker.
Yeah. I mean that one's
bench Mean Girls, cut Heathers.
Jawbreaker's pretty dark too. Yeah, Tyler, I know it's tough for me. I have a great memory of going to the theater and seeing Encino Man, so it is really tough for me as well. P, I can see you, but what am I missing there?
I'm missing it too, buddy.
I love when I grab a chat and then I'm like, oh man, this wasn't meant for me. Trisha, what's happening? Trisha, if you missed it, we did one of your suggestions from last time. We ran that one earlier, so you can scrub back and check that out. Jamie says Can't Hardly Wait is such a fun movie. I thought about putting that one in here, and that's like end of school. And I know maybe She's All That's a little end of school too, but I wanted to find like some kind of early in the school. Yeah. So We'll circle back around to that next May here, and we're still going strong for season 1 of Start Bench Cut. Gosh, I've only seen one of those movies.
Can't do that one.
Yeah. All right. I think we're swinging it back on over to you, Matt, for your next batch.
Okay. This is a little different. Obviously, going back to school, Friday nights include Friday night football games. That's what a lot of people do when they go to high school. So I want to know what people want to do on a Friday night when they're in high school. So we're going to start bench cut, go to the football game, go to the movies, or just chilling at home doing whatever it is that you nasty kids are doing.
All right. Okay, here we go. Boom. There it is. Right there. Friday night hangs, football game, going to the movies, or you hanging out at a friend's house. Hopefully their parents are, out at some party or something like that, and you guys can watch movies, eat a bunch of candy, drink big slams of Mountain Dew. I don't know. What did you do? What did you guys get into when you were hanging out with your friends in high school, Matt?
I was a goody, so I didn't do anything bad at all. On it, probably just watch movies, honestly, and then talk about chicks.
Yeah,
I didn't drink. I didn't go to parties.
Talk about chicks.
Wasn't. I got invited, but I didn't want. I was too good to do it, so I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I never did any of that in high school either. I was pretty straight-laced. I had friends that did all that kind of stuff, but I don't think I had a drink. I was like 19 the first time I drank a beer. I was like 21 the first time I smoked cannabis. So I was a, late bloomer on all that stuff. Yeah, we seriously, I would be like, guys, let's go rent Halloween 4, 5, and 6 and watch them all tonight. Like that was like my idea of a good time. And my friends are like, okay, can we at least talk about chicks at the same time? And I was like, yeah, we could talk about chicks. Let's just put a movie on and we could talk about chicks.
Yeah.
Real quick, Trisha says she'd start Jawbreaker, bench Heathers, and cut Mean Girls. Yeah, you missed your slashers, but you can scan on back. Yeah, this one, Matt, this is man, if there was a football game on a Friday night, like in my small hometown, like it was a who's who. You had to go to the football game. Like, it was talk about like chicks. That's where you're gonna see all the cute girls. You might like bump into that girl you have a crush on. And you get to me and my friends would just sort of like watch the track and follow the game, or we would play like our own game of like 2-hand touch somewhere nearby, like during halftime, whatever. So that's got to be my start. I'm going to start the football game. And more often for me, I guess I would say bench, hang out at a friend's house, and then cut movies.
Okay. I'm going to go right along with you. Start football game every Friday night. At the football game in high school, you had to, hang out with your friends at the football game. And it was just, like you said, my town's not very big either. So, most people that went to school went to the football game. So,
yeah,
you definitely wanted to go. I'm going to bench, hang out at a friend's house as well. I always had a lot of sleepovers back in the day, hanging out with the boys. And movies, I did go to the movies some, more probably after I got out of high school. I'd go to the movies a lot more when I was in college, I'd say. Bench going to the movies.
I always felt like whenever I would ask my parents for money to go to the movies in high school, I just hated it. I didn't want to be the kid, it's like I started, I think my first job, I was like a senior in high school. So I was able to like go and do that stuff and not, but for the first 3 years, I'm just like, hat in hand, like, can I go see a movie with my friends? Just, I hated it. Way easier to just go rent a movie from Blockbuster back when they had Blockbusters. Which was the style at the time. Aaron Clique would start the movies, bench the football game, and cut hanging out. All right, Aaron. Yeah. F them. Unless you're going to the movie with me. Raymond says, Davey and Matt, if you do that point system, you should add a spot for people in the chat who go against you. Yeah. Okay. So should it take away a point if somebody goes the opposite? I don't know. There's got to be there's got to be something, right? We'll figure something out. We'll talk offline on that one.
Just preseason.
Appreciate it.
We're figuring it out.
It's just preseason. Yeah. Jamie says, start going to the football game, bench the movies, and cut the friend's house. All right. Yeah, the football game, to me, it was just like if you wanted to get FaceTime with some people that you maybe didn't have a lot of classes with or something like that. That was like such valuable time to like get to bump into what's her name or whatever. It was that was prime time. It was like going to the club for a kid. Start movies, bench friends, and cut Kelsey Mania. Yeah, God, Kelsey Mania. Can it just go away? Speaking of that, look at that. Look at Ryan's icon there. Speaking of Kelsey Mania. Soon to be Taylor Swift Kelsey. or is he going to change his last name?
Kelsey Swift. What a nice boy.
He should just change his name just to her last name. That would probably be better for his career.
He's almost done.
He'd get to sell a whole new batch of jerseys, right? That has there it is, right? Okay. Blu-ray Addict says, start hanging out at a friend's house, bench the movies, and cut the football game. Yeah. Okay. Start football, bench movies, cut friends. Get them out of here. Get those.
You don't like friends.
Start movies, bench hang out with friends, and cut the football game. Yeah, not for everyone. That's for sure. Did you guys at least have a good team at your high school, Matt?
My first 2 years in high school, yeah, they went to like the state playoffs and everything. They were pretty good. And then my last year, they were mediocre, I guess. Mm-hmm. Now they're terrible, but
yeah,
that's okay. I don't go to their games anyway.
Are you still in your hometown?
I live in the same hometown, but I moved to a different district, so a better one now. So my kids go to a better school with better sports and football teams. So
hell yeah, man. Big Rod would start the friend's house, bench the movie theater, and cut the football game. That naughty no list. Ooh, what's the naughty no list?
You need a spanking.
What did I miss on the naughty no list?
You need a panking.
I must have totally missed it. Sorry, guys. I let you down. Again. Ixnay on the high school shenanigans. Yeah, I wasn't really into the high school shenanigans when I was in high school. Hatchet Boy says smoking weed, drinking, watching movies with girls, and chill. Yeah, later on in my life, sure. Later on in my
high school, no.
Yeah. Ryan vaped in high school. Oh. Yeah, I was more like, I gotta get A's. I gotta get straight A's.
Me too.
I gotta play music with my buddies and, just go to class and be good. I think I maybe skipped like 1 or 2 classes in high school. Maybe.
I didn't skip any.
Yeah?
No. College, yes. College I did. High school,
no. I always hated in college the classes where they're like, if you miss 5 of these classes or if you miss 3 of these classes, you automatically fail. I'm like, you know what? How about this?
I'm paying
for this shit. So if I show up and I can turn in the work or at least pass the test, give me my damn credit, y'all. Like, why is attendance part of it?
That's a different story, like you said, because you're paying to go there. So if you don't want to go to class and still get A's and do the work, then whatever.
Yeah. I did that there was a government class and my professor was so up his own ass. He was like always talking about his own book and everything like that, it wasn't the textbook for the class, but he was always talking about it. And I was like, after 2 weeks, I'm like, I'm done. And I just showed up I had the syllabus. So I showed up just for the tests and I got like a 75. The attendance was not required. And I was like, F this guy, I'm out of here. And yeah, let's we can kind of close it out here. Or how much time do you got?
How many rounds I did 3 rounds. Did you do 3?
This would be my 3rd, and then we can kind of just shoot the shit for a few in the chat and say good evening to everyone. So yeah, let me see here. I'm gonna do I'm gonna save some of these that I've got. Here, we'll like bring it straight to school. Boom. No fun at all, guys. The maths. Start, bench, cut, algebra, geometry, and calculus.
I was going to do a subject one too. I didn't do it though. So
I've got another subject one that we'll probably just have to save for the next time we do something like this. But yeah, let's start, bench, cut, the maths. Let's see how you guys, let's draw some lines in the sands about how we feel about the maths?
I didn't do calculus, so I don't even know what that entails. So I can't do that one.
I read about it a little bit because I was like, what is it exactly? Because I put trigonometry on there, but trigonometry is basically just like a mixture of geometry and algebra. It's not like its own thing. Calculus is more like, what they say about calculus is they say it's the mathematical study of continuous change. So it's more like variables and statistics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I like
all those
Big
pro
Rod's
football, Big Rod, let's see what he got.
Said start business math and cut myself. Business math was fantastic. I took that too. Easy.
Business math?
Took that in college. That was so freaking easy. I loved it.
Math is the worst. I won't answer that, says Prince.
I'm gonna start algebra, bench geometry, and cut calculus because I never had it.
All right. I'm gonna start geometry because for whatever reason it really made sense to me. Like, I don't know what it was, the angles and everything. I don't know. It clicked with me. Algebra and calculus were maths that I had to like really try hard to do well at and struggled with. I didn't even do calculus until college. But all the smarties in high school were doing, pre-calc and calc. Yeah, one of the girls I knew in high school, when we were freshmen, she was pre-calc. So by the time we were seniors, she's basically doing college level math. It was wild. Crazy stuff. Math never, to me, it's just like puzzle solving. And I think for some people, math just really clicks. And for other people like me, it's like wandering around in a dark room, just bumping into the wall. And you're like, why can't I find the exit? Why can't I?
You're not wrong.
Yeah. So Brooke says start algebra, bench geometry, cut calculus. Puts it right in that order. There you go. Same with Matt. And start. There we go. Another one. All right. Matt's
Why don't we start the system now?
Start algebra, bench geometry, cut oh man, no love for geometry. What, y'all don't like playing billiards? Every time you are playing pool or every time you're playing ping pong, you're using geometry. That's the cool thing about geometry is you don't like, we're just naturally doing it. Whenever you throw a ball, that's, you're thinking of geometry.
I suck at it, so screw it.
So you've reached that point where it's like your kids are good at ball, but you're like, well, I never was great, but my kid can be great. So I'm just going to I'm soaking that up because he's got something. Is that where you're at?
No, I wish they were super, super good. Maybe one day.
Well, wait, your son was on a championship team.
He started off hot and then cooled off as the season went, but I think it's because his eyes got worse and he needed contacts. So I think that's why.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
But now it's football season, so busy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I bet. I was always like mediocre at sports. Good enough to make all-stars in my small little town, but really not that great. Like, if I'm being honest, not that great. Vanderhoff would cut all three. Cut all three from Ryan Olashow. Wow. I didn't mean to piss anyone off.
They hate it.
Jamie says I never took calc because I traded off for business courses.
Business is the shit.
Business ethics. That's the second Billy Madison.
Ethics.
Well, the ethics of the ethics of business. Math is my fucking kryptonite. Yeah, I felt that way for a long time. Yeah. Raymond changed schools between junior and senior year, took Spanish, and first day his Spanish teacher tried to talk to him in Spanish. I had no idea. Yeah. I had one Spanish teacher that did that just assumed that everyone was conversational.
I hate that shit.
Not true.
Not at all.
Cut class and start a band called Bench.
You got it, Tyler.
Start Bench Cut would be a good name for a band. Just saying, if you're trying to think of all that, there you go. Big Rod says start geometry because in the trades it works. Bench algebra and cut calculus because I'd never seen it. Yeah.
Yep.
Geometry. That's shapes, ain't it? Kind of, yeah. Kind of. Angles, I guess. Sine, cosine, tangent.
Angles.
And
yeah.
Anytime you say sorry to go off on a tangent, you're using geometry. No, I'm just joking. You and me got chemistry. Oh yeah. Rose.
Rosie.
I got to get the thing that Good Reel has where the roses fall down or something cool like that. They've got that, and then Chris Snyder's got the Rose from Titanic, right?
Titanic. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
A movie that I'll probably never watch ever again in my life.
Me either.
You know, we should do that. Start bench cut movies you'll never watch in your life ever.
That's again. On the list.
Those times we were naturally doing it, we're not thinking. Yes, exactly. You're not thinking about the geometry, but I'm just saying that's why it gets a start for me, because it's so applicable, you know. People forgot woodshop wouldn't exist without geometry. There it is. Sports wouldn't exist without geometry, right? The way a baseball diamond is shaped, all the angles, you know, it's great. Every time a hitter's trying to push to the opposite or pull it or whatever. And then I guess the analytics side would be the calculus, which tells you where you should put your players and where players are most likely to hit the ball, because those are always changing. See, guys, we're learning something here
right now
at Start Bench Cut. There's a lesson. I only love Ed Sheeran's math. Oh, I don't know about him. I've heard a few songs. That's the guy that looks like Ron Weasley, kind of.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, I guess that's going to wrap it up for our subjects this time around. Did a little back to school thing. I'm going to jump into some of the starred chats here. Just make sure I didn't miss anything. Ooh, we've got some good ones for next time. So I'll make sure to take note of those guys so we don't miss them for next time around. Let's see here. I think that is it. Yeah, I don't see anything else in there. This is a good one. Dead Man on Campus teaching Mrs. Tingle Jawbreaker. So a little more love for Jawbreaker there. But yeah, Matt, what do you have coming up on your channel this week?
This week, might put a couple shorts out this week. Nothing else. Got a couple more days, and I'm going on vacation to the beach for a couple days. So sweet. I will be off of here. And then next Monday, you will be back on the channel. We will be doing the First Blood episode of my Slashtober Slasher Showdown tournament. We got 7 matchups. I watched one of the movies the other day. I'm probably not going to watch the Friday the 13th ones, because why do I need to rewatch those? Not that I don't want to, but I don't need to. I just rewatched Maniac Cop, because I haven't seen that in a while. So I wanted to rewatch that one. Gonna be a good time. 7 matchups and 7 movies will be moving on to the top 32. The chat helps decide. I get a vote. Davey gets a vote. And Instagram and the YouTube community already had their votes. So we're going to see how it goes down. We're going to eliminate 7 movies. So
yeah, there's some really tough matchups there. It's going to be really, really tough, guys.
Jason Lives versus the final chapter. Just saying. That's the match.
Yeah. That's a death match right there.
A Beloved is going away.
Yeah.
Early.
Yeah, if you guys are a fan of either one of those movies, I know everyone, well, I'd imagine everyone loves both, but most people, have got their pick between those two. So you don't want to miss that stream. That's going to be on, Monday the 19th. What time are we kicking that one off, Matt?
To make it easier for you, obviously, being over there in the West, we'll go 9 p.m.
Okay, cool.
Eastern Standard Time.
EST. Hell yeah. And you're heading out on are you doing vacation? You heading out this week? You guys are leaving like tomorrow or something?
No, I wish. Today was the first day of football camp for 3 of my kids, so I wanted them to be there for at least the first beginning of the week. So they'll be there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we're gonna go Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and come back Sunday. So little 3-4 day getaway.
Hell yeah. Well, enjoy, man. I mean, it's one of those things you got, you work so hard for it. You got to just
do it.
Kick back and enjoy. lovely family. You guys have, carting the 4 boys off to the wedding looked like a total wild good time for you guys. It's, to me, it's like, it blows my mind to be like, this guy's 36. He's got this big family. Like that was like my parents were sort of in that, they had 5 kids by the time they were like 30, in their mid 30s, or 33, 34, something like that. So it's wild to see that, but really cool. That's awesome that you guys can go kick it at the beach and take a little bit of a break from everything we got going here. The Rotten Tomatoes rankings are going to be there when you come back. You can get back on that live
They
course.
Were fun. Yes.
Those are really fun to do for sure.
So
yeah, hell yeah. And then guys, for everyone else, I've got for everyone, I've got an It's Me Billy chapter 2 trailer reaction that's going to drop tomorrow because they're dropping the trailer. And I got to check that out a little early, so just have to finish editing that one. And then I've got Late Night with the Davey this week is going to be a banger of an episode. Hopefully y'all can catch that. We've got Garrett from Born to Be Rad is going to be our guest. I'm really excited to chat with him because we're right around the same age. We grew up really, enjoying the same kind of like music and movies. Even we're in the same kind of like music scene, like not regionally, but the same style of music. So I'm looking forward to talking to him about some stuff he doesn't always get to talk to on his channel. So yeah, that'll be fun chatting over there. Nice. And then another Tales from the Crypt episode review. I'm just going to run myself ragged for y'all.
Yeah, you are.
It's great though. It helps me keep my sanity. Sometimes when the day is tough, it's a stream like this that lifts my spirits. Kicks and yeah, keeps fueling me through the day. There we go. Crypt. And 2 kids is enough for Tyler. Yeah. Hey, sometimes God has other plans, right? That's what my parents always told me, because I could tell. I was like, I know you guys weren't trying to have a 5th kid because there's like 4 years between me and the last one, and the others are all like relatively close. And they're like, well, they just sort of shrugged, and then like the sitcom music played, and there you go. Hey, we're doing our best over here, Tyler. Hopefully we don't have any. The internet issues are piling up for me, so hopefully the black screen computer.
Besides the muting thing, there was nothing tonight. It was smooth, both ends. You're on the way to 1,000, buddy.
Oh my gosh, we're getting there. We're close to 820. It's been really fun. I really enjoy doing these collaborations where we get together, like once a month and pop in and do something like this. I hope you guys are having fun there in the chat. I mean, we had 26, 27 people here hanging out with us. You guys were really active in the chat. And also, if you have any suggestions that we didn't get this time, jump back into the vid, drop them in the comment section. And that's the best way. I take a screenshot of it and I make sure that we'll hit it up. And yeah, we'll what should we make the next one the real season, Matt? Should we start counting, keeping score next time around?
We can do. I don't know. There's 3 preseason games, my friend, so we might have to have one more.
Yeah, why not?
I think maybe next episode we got so many from the chat.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to just roll with that chat episode, because if not, they're just gonna keep piling up and we're never gonna get.
I love it. Less work for you and me and more interaction with the fine folks in the community. I am down. So yeah, we'll just make it an all you guys episode next time. So get in the comments or even comment on one of the posts that we've made for this episode on social media, just any of those, and we'll see it. And yeah, Matt, have a great vacation, and we'll see you here next Monday. And for everyone else, hopefully you guys will see me on Wednesday night talking to Garrett. And yeah,
Garrett.
Until next time, he's been Matt Facci over at Facci Cinema, and I've been and will continue being Davey Deathray. Take care, y'all.
Have a good night, everybody.